What's poppin', everybody? This is Cerebral54. Hope you guys are doing good today, as we're going to be reviewing the Alter Genesis set. This is pretty much the original Japanese equivalent to the Cosmic Eclipse we're going to be getting. Their set only has 95 cards. Ours has over 230 because it's going to be bundled up with the other two mini Japanese sets, Remix Bout and Dream League. I already reviewed those, so you can check them out on the channel if you want. But now we're gonna go to the main set, Alter Genesis. Okay, so from this whole set, the only card I know is the main attraction, which we're gonna get to eventually. The main attraction hype card, I'm really excited for. But from what I see, there's already some exciting cards for me. Like I've got this Lillip and Cradily, some of my favorite Pokemon. Certainly, probably my favorite fossil. I go between this and Omastar and Rampardos. But let's see. Hopefully, we get some good stuff. The Dream League set disappointed me a little bit, even though it had some good stuff. But all the amazing artwork kind of got wasted in a way. But let's hope this one is better. So we start with the grass Pokemon as usual. We have a Sunkern here. Does not do anything unique. And Sunflora. Pokemon we haven't seen in a while, I would say. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen you. Might even be since the hard gold days. It's probably not that long ago, but that's the last card I remember. So you got 90 HP, 1 retreat, so pretty average stats for a stage 1. You got Sun Power. During your next turn, the attacks of your grass or fire Pokemon in play have no energy cost. Oh, shit. Interesting. So this kind of mimics in a way the Great Dragonair card that got released in Sun and Moon that let you attach as many energies as you wanted on the next turn, so you kind of powered up attackers. This won't let you do that. It's just gonna let you make an attack for free of any grass or fire Pokemon. So I think it's weaker, but at the same time a bit easier to pull, you could say. I think the Dragonair is still much better, but you can see the similarities. You basically use this Sun Power attack, and then next turn, something like Reshiram or Charizard GX, or let's say Venusaur, Celebi, they can use their big attack for free. So that's how the attack works from what I see here. It costs 2 energies too, which is also worse than Dragonair's. Interesting attack. At least you have something interesting going for you, as opposed to being completely useless. And then Solar Beam is just an 80 for 3 attack. Not gonna cut it these days. So I guess not too bad for Sunflora, seeing as it's usually not a very good Pokemon. But maybe my memory isn't remembering a lot of stuff. But anyway, moving on. So let's check out Lillip and Cradily here. Okay, so we haven't seen one of you in a long time. And I'm very curious. You're probably going to be bad, as you always are. But let's just hope. So the artwork on this Lillip looks pretty cool. It looks like it's holding like a helix fossil or something. That's the Omanate fossil. Or is there an Omanate behind that dude? I don't know. So cool. And you just do Confused Ray and Seed Bomb. The stage 1 fossils, they're usually never impressive, with the exception of the recent Aerodactyls. So yeah, doesn't do anything. Not spectacular HP either for stage 1. So Cradily, the main attraction. So you got 150 HP. It's the standard you want to hit these days for stage 2s. You want to hit that at the very least. But to be honest, with fossil Pokemon I expect more, because you got to jump through hoops to get them out even more. I know they've got a little bit of support now, but it's still, I wish it had like 170 HP or something. So let's see, you got Swaying. As long as this Pokemon is in play, your opponent's active Pokemon with any special conditions cannot retreat. Okay, so it's a fucking shitty ability, reminiscent to what the Drogalgi had. Drogalga, that's how I call it. The Seahorse Poison Dragon Pokemon. Damn. It's not very impressive. Just active Pokemon with any special conditions cannot retreat. people use Switch, people use other methods and expand it. You know, you've got the Russian combos and stuff. It's just, it's not a great ability for a fossil. I mean, come on. And from what I see, the attack isn't good either. Yeah, I should have expected that. Poison Tentacle, just 110 for 3. And just poison. For fuck's sake, man. They always do this. Like, I can't even remember. Like, seriously, the last good Cradley card was probably in the golden age of the original EX era. Pretty much. That's just what comes to my mind. So sad, man. And I like the artwork on this one. But it ain't gonna do it. It ain't gonna do it. You could possibly try and partner it up with certain Pokemon and, just try and inflict a status like poison and get them stuck with Cradley, but it's not great. It won't be great, and it's sad. Fucking sad again. Anyway, moving on. The Pokemon Company really know how to piss me off. I mean, when they just continually bring out, my favorite Pokemon and they make them suck. Okay, we got Kricketot next. I recycled this artwork again, the concept art. Yeah, they do this all the time. They're so lazy now. But that's a topic for a different day. I talked about this anyway in a video recently. You just draw a card and bug bite. And if you guys don't know what I mean when I say concept art, like this is the artwork you would see, let's say, in the booklet of the Diamond and Pearl game, or when they reveal the Pokemon when you go to their website and stuff. The original concept art of the Pokemon, you could say. And what they do a lot of the times is they slap their artwork on a card and call it a day. Now sometimes it's good, but now they're overdoing it and it's kind of losing its charm. But I hope I clarified that, because I say that a lot when I do set reviews and stuff. Alright, so Cricketune, what's good? So, Willing Recital. So that's a long ass text. Only one attack. If you have exactly one card in your hand, this attack does 100 more damage, so 130 for 1. If you have exactly 3 cards in your hand, your opponent's active Pokemon is not confused. And if you have exactly 6 cards in your hand, this stacks does 30 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay, so I'm not sure if we've ever seen an attack like this. We've seen an attack where there's different conditions and you apply multiple effects. Like, for example, there's a Meganium card I like from Mysterious Treasures that did that. This, it has to do with the cards you have in hand. And maybe we've never seen exactly this kind of an effect. But what I don't like about it is that it doesn't stack the effects. Like Meganium, the Meganium I'm talking about would stack the effects. And this is what this Pokemon needed to do too. For example, if you have one card in hand, you're going to do 130. But there's no way you can have 1 and 3 at the same time. So you won't get the confusion. You won't get the spread. So I guess it gives you the opportunity to get various effects if you have a different number of cards in hand. But it would have been good if the effects would stack, because like even if all of them stacked, it's not like this card would be super meta. I mean, you're going to do 30, and then with 6 you do spread 30 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. There's like a Noivern that can do 20 on everybody now that's been released, I believe, from Unified Minds. So that's not that spectacular. If you got 3, the confusion, who gives a damn? And if you have 1 doing 100 for 30 for 1, that's just decent damage for a Pokemon that's going to die next turn in all probability. So, interesting, effect you don't see all the time, but another card that won't do pretty much anything, I think. Okay, next we got our Rowlet Decidueye line. Okay, interesting, as the Sun and Moon era is coming to a close. And yeah, I think I didn't mention this, but I mentioned this in other videos. This will be the last sort of main Sun and Moon set. We're going to get another reprint one, and that's great, because the Hidden Fates one was going to be terrible if that was going to be the reprint set of the era. But that's about it. So this is the last Sun and Moon set, technically. So this nice little clay Rowlet looks good. very low HP, and it doesn't seem like it does a lot. You can hide and seek, become immune. Okay. We got Dartrix next. Leafage, Wing Flick. Your opponent switches their active Pokemon with one of their benched Pokemon. Not gonna do much either. And let's see. Moving on. The main thing. Decide I GX. Just Decide I. Man, I need to sip a drink real quick. Man, I don't know what happened. We barely started and my throat is already giving up on me. Anyway, so this is the Decide I here. It's got 140 HP, which isn't great. I mean, it doesn't even have free retreat. That's disappointing. Skill Dive, 40 damage. Snipe, that's not good either. God. Yeah, this is stuff that would be good like in the DP days. Like not even in the black and white days probably. So it won't do much. And then Track and Shoot, just a DC. This attack does 80 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has any damage counters on. So this might be the best thing about it, and even that isn't that impressive. Essentially, you do 80 to the active one, and if there's anybody that has damage counters on the bench, you can hit that for 82. So 160 for 2 total. It ain't gonna do it. It ain't gonna do it again. It seems good, but it isn't really. Especially when Mew is very popular these days because of so many better attacks that hit the bench and snipe. It won't do much. I mean, out of all the stage 2s that might have potential, this one isn't one of them. You know, Garchomp, I think from Unified Minds is better. The Empoleon from the previous set, Dream League, yeah, that's gonna come out. It's better. This, I mean, we don't even have DC available. It won't do it. You know, and that 140 HP is basically you're gonna do this attack once if you get lucky, and then it's gonna die. Weak to fire too. I don't see this Pokemon doing anything. Okay. I mean, I guess maybe if ambitious guys want to combine this with some of the grass tanking going around, the grass healing won't do you any good because it's going to die anyway. But yeah, I don't see this doing much, unfortunately. So, okay, moving on. Next up, we got a Buzzwole here. It says it's grass. Interesting. So the first mono grass Buzzwole, that's not the tag team. So 130 HP. Yeah, much better for a basic. You got Beast Boost. This Pokemon's attacks do 20 more damage for each prize card you have taken. Wow, pretty broken. So this gets stronger the more you winning the game. So its attack does touchdown, 60 for 2 and heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. So it's not great. Let's say you take 2 prizes though. You're doing 100 for 2, and you heal, and then it's gonna get better from there. So I guess if you only have 1 prize left, you know, 5 times 2, 100, 160, you know, that could be respectable. There's a lot of other great basic grass Pokemon, so I don't know if this is gonna be that amazing, but I mean, as an Ultra Beast, it gets some support. It has some advantages. So you know, could be decent. Not that bad. You know, there's Beast Energy too. You could use that. Yeah, I wish it had a better attack. And maybe if the timer, like if the plus was plus 30 as opposed to 20, then it would have been a little bit too broken. But, you know, the ability is kind of good. As long as you're winning, you can do high damage with this. Okay. I mean, if I stop and think about it, though, if you're down on 1 prize, the Furamasa can do straight up 180, I believe, so... Yeah, it gets competition from that, too. From your game-exclusive rival. And we got Larvesta and Volcarona GX. Now, I've never liked Volcarona. I mean, compared to other bug Pokemon, I guess I don't hate it as much as others, but I know that people like this. So they'll be excited for a GX. So you get this Larvesta, 80 HP, a big ass 3 retreat, nothing else. I guess you can do 50 for 3 too. And then let's see what you do. I'm a bit curious, to be honest. It's going to be a stage 1 GX and a 210 HP. You got Raging Fireball. Once during your turn, you may discard a fire energy. If you do, put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Oh my god. So, I think you don't need me to say that the fire type has insane support right now. They have just about any card they want, from energy acceleration, powerful attackers, energy searching. They can even pull stuff with the new Ninetales. They've just have everything, and this is another card that gives them more options, more help. You can discard a fire energy, which those decks like to do. Put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Now you can only do this once during your turn, and it's not quite, Greninja shenanigans, but I mean, it's still not bad. Stage 1, you can get it faster than something like Decide I2. Decide I put the damage counters for free. This one discards the energy, but it's a stage 1, like I've said. It's a good ability, and I think Reshiram really is going to appreciate this because, doing 230 is really good, but he falls short knocking out Tag Team GX Pokemon. You use this Volcarona GX with it, snipe around a little bit, put damage counters. Mew can't stop this. You set up KOs, Reshiram finishes stuff off. So, I think going forward, I'm not sure what's going to happen with the rest of the stuff in Dream League and Remix Bout. There's a lot of stuff that help Reshiram and Charizard GX 2 over there. But if I were to ignore all that and just see this, I would say Reshiram and Charizard GX and the Volcarona GX will make a broken combo. Just get these out, only a stage 1. You just do it this twice, 40 damage. That's already in range to get like a KO with Reshiram. It's fucking crazy, man. So, unfortunately, it seems like the direction the format is going is focusing more on the best decks. Regarding its attacks, you got Backfire, 160, and then you return 2 fire energy, attach this Pokemon to your hand. That's very, very good too. Combos well with a lot of the stuff. With Welder, you do damage, you don't discard the energies, it goes back in the hand. That's very useful. And then Large Heat Wave. Discard an energy attached to each of your opponent's Pokemon. That can be handy too, you never know. So an all-around very strong fire Pokemon. The retreat is kind of big, and his weakness to water. It's the same as Reshiram, but, you can't complain when you have a broken ability and a solid attacks. Okay, so the first very, very good card from this set so far. And it's more fire stuff. We got Litleo and Pyroar. Don't do anything. And let's look at you. Lion guy. Hellfire Vortex. My kinda attack name. Discard all Pokemon tools special energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Yeah, I think this came at a wrong time, but maybe later on it could be useful. To be honest, there's not any real tool removal now besides that Marshadow, and that's really annoying for me because I like having my field blowers and megaphones in the format. So, maybe people will want to use this, but you gotta attack with it, you gotta use fire energies. It's a hefty cost too, and 70 isn't great. And then Heat Blast is 140. Its HP is 130. Pretty mediocre Pokemon, I have to say. Maybe people will use it, but I'm not too optimistic. We got Alone Vulpix here. Interesting. I think we might be getting another fairy one. It's the only explanation. We got Heavy Snow. As long as this Pokemon is on the bench, it will not take damage. So I wish it would be immune to stuff like effects, damage effects. Like for example, let's say that Volcarona we just talked about. But I would imagine it's going to be just the bench protection that other Pokemon had, like Squirtle, Magnemite, you know, that kind of thing. It won't be immune to effects of damage. Yeah, just put damage counters on it. And you got Gnaw, a free 10 attack. Okay, so it's a nice little Vulpix card, I guess. Uh, if we have any good little Ninetales. We got Snorunt and Glaylate now. I think, yeah, we've seen the... fuck, I forgot the name again. Frostlass, yeah. The Frostlass previously. So we get another Snorunt here. Just continuous headbutt. You always seem to get this attack. And there's like a snow Pikachu or whatever the fuck, like a snow. Yeah, I like this shit. Cool shit. Good card art-wise. Let's look at Glalie now. I don't have my hopes for you, as I always never do, but let's see. Ice Fang. Flip a coin if heads is now paralyzed and discard energy. Okay, so if you get lucky, this is a pretty significant effect. And keep in mind that from the previous set, that a wheel card that comes out, it can be used with Flip a Coin Pokemon to great effect. Like this, for example, would make a broken combination for it. Instant paralysis and discard energy if you just get heads. 30 for 1, you know, I mean, I don't know how viable it's going to be, but it's something. And then we got Frost Typhoon. 120, and this Pokemon can't use Frost Typhoon next turn. Quite weak, but if you're going to use this Pokemon, you're going to try this coin flip stuff, like I said. That's it. Okay. It's a bit unfortunate. I kind of like the art on this one, but it's probably just going to be a gimmick. A very annoying gimmick if it works, but yeah. Oh shit, we get a Warren. A Warlin. That's how I call it. Okay, so we got two Spheals. 60 HP one, doesn't do much. 2 retreat 2. And then you got a 70 HP one. It's like it's waving at us, saying hi. What's up, dog? This one has 70 HP, a much bigger attack. Same retreat. So yeah, I'm probably going to use this one. I don't know. And let's see, Celio and Warren. Let's get you two. Nothing spectacular. This one doesn't have good art. Pretty wacky art. This reminded me, I gotta say, looking at it though, reminded me of some snow stages in Yoshi's Island for the Game Boy Advance and Super Nintendo. Yeah, good times. I'm pretty crazy sometimes. I just see some cards, Pokemon cards, and I just get reminded of some random shit. Anyway, I don't know. Comment down below if you do it too. Okay, so Warren has 160 HP, so he's a big enough guy, I guess. A massive 4 retreat, which is sad. Metal weakness. It could be trouble, but I guess it could be worse. And then you got Cold Wave. 60 for 1, and your opponent can't play trainer cards. Very, very interesting. And you can't use this attack if one of your Pokemon just ruined it. Just ruined it. This was basically going to be like Seismitoad. Stage 2, so it's going to take time to get out, which isn't ideal for those kinds of decks. But you do more damage. You've got solid HP. You only give 1 prize, and you still do item lock. And you can even you could combine this with the Cryogonal that came out, and nobody's playing, unfortunately. It didn't, because of the HP and the lackluster support. Yeah, it couldn't be used as well as I thought it could be. But if this didn't have this annoying ass limitation, we could have combined it. I mean, you probably still can. Let me just think. Yeah, you can't use this attack if one of your Pokemon use Cold Wave. So unless they've got the same name, which I don't think they do, but I could be wrong, what you could have done is interchange between this and Cryogonal and keep the lock going with something like Floatstone or something, but we don't have that either. But I wish it just worked on and didn't have this limitation, like you can't use this consecutively. But it is good. It's just fucking sad they ruined it like that. Like, even if they didn't have this limitation, it probably wasn't going to do that much since it's stage 2. But they had to fucking do it. It's almost like they want to make sure, okay, you know what, we're going to try and make some decent stage 2s, but just in case they have a little bit of a shot, we got to make sure they can't do shit against Tag Team GXs. So it's so annoying how they do this. Like, they give the tag teams all of the broken support, and everybody else gets the short end of the stick, for the most part. And then Blizzard, I know I'm going to hate this attack already. Okay, so 120 for 4, and you just do 10 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So absolute trash. This is absolute trash damage these days. This would not be good. Like, okay, I'm not going to say maybe in the DP era, but let's say the black and white era. This wouldn't be good. Crap. Anyway, okay, so the first attack, a little bit of potential. We'll see if anything happens with it. I doubt it, but maybe. You never know. We got Douglas and Swanna. Now, these are definitely Pokemon I haven't seen since forever. Okay, I just clicked on you again. We gotta go to the duck. What's up, Doc? Aerial Ace. Flip a coin. Okay, nothing spectacular. And then Swanna, the cool swan Pokemon. Yep. You got Tailwind, attach an energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. And Air Slash, same, discard an energy and 70 for 2. Not gonna cut it either. And we got a black Kyurem. That's pure water. How interesting. I don't think we've ever seen this. I think we just seen like a black Kyurem basic as a dragon, and that's it. So you do Frozen Wings, discard a special energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. If it worked with one energy, then maybe it would have been a good starting attack. But because it needs a DC, like it needs 2 colorless, I don't like it. And then Blizzard Dust, 100 for 4. If you have a stadium in play, 200. Okay, so this one is much better. You know, that 200 damage, it's crazy to say, but even doing something like this, it's not the damage output you want to be doing to knock out tag teams. It's really sad when I say it, but it's true. We've come to a point where 200 damage is not enough. It's just, it seems like it's on the low side, but you know, it is a good attack still, I would say. Probably some, okay, you need to have your own stadium. It doesn't work with your opponent's stadium, which is sad. I was about to say there's probably going to be one stadium laying around, either from you or your opponent. But no, you got to have your own stadium. But you don't discard it, and you do 200. So maybe this could be something in Blastoise decks in Standard. But maybe there's just better basic options. Maybe. It's a nice attack, but I don't know. It's just you don't know anymore the way things are. It could be good, but you're thinking it's 4 energies too. Decent. Let's just go with decent. Could be useful. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't use it in Expanded. There's better stuff in Expanded. We got Chinchou and Lantern. Your opponent reveals their hand. And Lantern, what do you do? As many times as you like in your turn, you may look at the top card of your opponent's deck, then return it to the top of the deck. What? Why is it as many times as you like in your turn? This could have some ugly interactions in, you know, the Oranguru decks and fucking control deck, you know, that kind of shit. Because I feel like it's the kind of thing that's only useful in stuff like that. You know, see what my opponent's top card deck on the deck is. If I'm just gonna get rid of it or something. Yeah, I don't like it. It probably won't be that great besides that though. And the attack is bullshit. Just, you may make your opponent shuffle their deck. Okay, whatever. Nice underwater background though, again. And you got Togedemaru. Call for family. Okay, get to basics, and then just 20 damage on opponent's Pokemon. Okay, not much. Cute little rodent. You got Woobat and Swoobat. Always with your fucked up smile. Let's see, Nose and Shrine during your opponent's next turn. If any Pokemon can retreat, and then okay, nothing. What about the main bat? Swoobat. You got Supersonic, and then the Charm Stamp. Your opponent chooses one of their Pokemon, 90 damage. Wow, okay, so they get to choose, and then you do 90 damage. So I don't like this because they're always going to choose a Pokemon that it's in their interest, even though it's a high damage snipe. The whole point of the beauty of sniping around is that you get to hit an opponent's Pokemon that they probably don't want you to hit. Like you go over their active and you hit straight to the bench. That's the point. That's why it's called a snipe. Okay, that's the beauty of it. You get that sort of flexibility. You know, if my opponent's gonna choose, then what's the point? I mean, even if they choose, okay, it's high damage, but it loses that big benefit. So I guess as to be expected of a Pokemon that's meant to be wacky. Crazy art too. Don't like it at all. And I don't even like Swoobat either. So not great. Maybe it'll find its home in some decks as a tech, but you know, why would you do this when there's other better snipers there? And think about it, this is on top of Mew being extremely popular, so yeah, it's not great. The first attack isn't great, HP is low as fuck, doesn't even have free retreat, weakness to lightning makes it things even worse. Like, when you have 90 HP and weak to lightning, like, just the weakest Pokemon in lightning decks can KO you with just electro powers. Like, you can just do like 20 damage, you put like an electro power and this guy's dead. So yeah, weakling. And we got Golett and Golark. I think it's been a while since I've seen these guys too. Draw cards until you have 5. Now this is a good attack for a basic. So if the Golark is good, this is a good starting attack as well. Does damage too, which I like. It's pretty much reminiscent of a Tropius card I really like from Plasma Blast that did damage. You drew cards too, and I think it had another good attack that did damage if your opponent had a few energies on them. So great. It also had high HP, fighting resistance. This one is pretty good in those regards too. So good start. So Golark, it's all about you now if you're good. You got Rock Tumble, 40 for 1, not affected by resistance, and Relic Fist. If there is a supporter card in your discard pile, this move fails. Yeah, I don't like this too much. You gotta play supporters. You can't make a deck without a supporters at all. Like, you can try and mitigate them if you're going with a different strategy. Like, let's say this doesn't want supporters. Maybe if it had, like, you need to have 5 supporters or less. But just not having a supporter at all, it's crazy. And 160 for 2 ain't gonna cut it anyway. I know I'm being too harsh, but it's come at this point where the standards have risen so high. You know, these sort of stage 1s and stage 2s, they gotta be getting one-hit knockouts with cheap energy on the biggest Pokemon if they're gonna be decent. Just doing like 150 for 2 and stuff like that just doesn't cut it anymore. As sad as it sounds. So this, you know, the first attack, it could be okay at least. 140 HP is good, but Relic Fist, your main attack, how am I going to make this work with no supporters? Too much of a gimmick. So unfortunate again. Fancy artwork too. I'm trying to think of what does this reminds me, but let's not stick around here. Speaking of which, Scrub and Dragagi, I didn't know these guys were in here. I mentioned them before. Poison Breath. Just some poison shit. Yeah, I really like this Pokemon from X and Y. It was one of my favorites. Yep. And you got Poison, Nurture, or Nature, whatever. If your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned, put the 10 damage counters on that Pokemon. Interesting. Yeah, that actually... This actually could be something in expanded, to be honest, where because there's lasers, because there's the um damn, what's it called? Aridos and other guys. Sharp Fin, just 40, 120 HP. So it probably won't be good in standard, but it might be nice and expanded for fun. Oricorio GX. Okay, this I know you existed, but I don't know what you do. So they decided to give us an Oricorio GX. I guess it's okay. You know, why not? It was one of the trademark Pokemon from Sun and Moon. But I think, you know, they should have just made it. If you're gonna make one, you gotta make all of them, I think. Otherwise, it's not fair, but they did the same with Regis and other Pokemon, so I guess we should be used to it. So they just did this one. I think this is the Ghost one in the games. Ghost Flying one. So it's got pretty average stats for a basic GX. 170 and a 1 retreat is not too great. Final resistance could be handy. Weakness to dark. I mean, Dark Box is apparently a thing, but Zoroark would be the big problem, and that guy's out, so could be okay. Tribute Dance. If one of your Pokemon was knocked out during your opponent's last turn, once during your turn, you may draw 3 cards. Okay, that's pretty interesting. So, the Silverleaf GX is also coming out with this set. It's going to be in the, I think, Remix bout or Dream League. I forgot where I reviewed it. I think it might be Dream League. But, you know, that card is a lot better. Just draw into have 5, and you don't even have to worry about limitations. This is straight draw 3, so you don't have to worry about your hand size, but one of your Pokemon needs to die. I guess the flip side of this Pokemon, though, is that it is a basic, so it's very easy to just slap in a deck. Just have it around there, and when your Pokemon dies, you draw 3. So I think it's good because it's a basic. If it wasn't a basic, that would have hindered it. But because it is a basic, it's pretty easy to just put in a deck. You're more than likely going to be able to get the ability off a few times, so just free draw 3 cards. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I see myself using it, to be honest. Since it's also psychic, you know, Malamar can make use of it too. Maybe you can attack. I think its attacks are trash though. You do 80 for 3, that's terrible. And then Stray GX, whatever that word is, 100, and you may switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. So I'm disappointed. Its attacks are complete ass. So I guess you're just going to use it for the ability. And that's about it. It's good though. It's a good little ability Pokemon. And I guess if you're going to use it, kind of like how Shaman was used, you know, to Dana, you know, ability Pokemon, it's good that it doesn't have complete trash stats. Okay. Man, we got a long way to go. So, Cosmic line. Search your deck for a card that evolves from this dude and then put it on this Pokemon. Alright. And then another Cosmog. This one is a happy one. Smiling one. Prevent all effects of attacks except damage done to this Pokemon unaware. Okay. 60 HP one. I think I like this one better. You got Cosmoem. During your opponent's next turn, block 40, okay, whatever. 3 retreat is bad, man. Anyway. And you have Lunala. I'm guessing a Solgaleo will be somewhere later. Moon Goddess. Okay, fancy ability name. If you have Solgaleo in play, once during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 energy cards and attach them to your Solgaleo or Lunala any way you like. Then shuffle your deck. Okay, so it's this kind of a combo again where you need to have 2 exact Pokemon. We've seen this with some other cards, like Mortar, like Devar. There's the Tornadus and Thunderous right now. Okay, and then Lunar Blast. I mean, it's terrible. The thing is, even if this ability is decent, let's just say it's decent. You need 2 stage 2s, which is crazy. But let's just say it's decent. You know, what the fuck kind of attack is this, Lunar Blast? It won't do anything. It just won't do anything. So I guess your only glimmer of hope is if Solgaleo is decent, which I also kind of doubt. So let's see, Nose Pass. What up? Draw towards, switch your opponent's Pokemon, one of the bench Pokemon, and then Zap Cannon. 50, can't use this, okay. Is there, what's that Pokemon in the background? Is that, let me just check for a minute. What Pokemon is that? It seems like there's a Pokemon there. What the fuck is that? Okay, there's definitely something there that I'm looking at, and I can't recognize what it is. Anyway, I guess moving on. Okay, pretty curious. You got Trapinch. Pretty nice art. I really like it. Making Trapinch look really cute. Even though it's not really one of the cutest Pokemon, in hindsight. So Nest build, search your deck for a stadium card, okay, and then Sand Spray. Only 50 HP though. We've got another Trampitch. Oh, fuck me, Flygon GX. Didn't know this motherfucker was in here. Very, very interesting. It's also a fighter, not a dragon. Nice. Okay, so what do you do? Whatever, bullshit, okay. Vibrava, let's check you out. Noisy Wing Flap. When your opponent plays a supporter card, ignore all effects of that card on this Pokemon. Okay, so good. We don't have Guzma anymore, but this could still be useful. And I think eventually Guzma might be coming back. Like, it might be in the reprint set. I need to check that out. I mean, to be honest, I'm most certain it will be in there, but you never know. So good ability on stage 1. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, so Flygon GX, my guy. What's up? Okay, I can't say I like the artwork here. It zooms on its face too much, and we don't get a good idea of what's going on in the background. Yeah, not great, but let's look at what it does. So 240 HP, that's already a bad start. You know, 250 these days for stage 2s, it just seems like it's not enough. You go through the trouble to get them out, and they still die in one hit against the tag teams. To retreat, I'm also not too keen on that. It should have had like 1 or 3. Come on, don't disappoint me. And you got Sandstorm Defense. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, all of your Pokemon in play receive 30 less damage from your opponent's attacks. Okay, so I guess it has this to make it sturdier, so that's why they did 240. But I hate when they do this, when they like give a defensive ability, but then they go, okay, let's minimize the HP a little bit. Anyway, so you gotta be active, and this means this doesn't stack. But I mean, it means that they gotta do 270 to instantly KO this Pokemon. So I guess it's a bit decent, and it applies to all of your Pokemon, so that's good. Both of its attacks require 3 fighting energy, which is going to be hard as hell. But at least we have Zygarde. You got Desert Hurricane. If there is a stadium in play, this attack does 100 more damage. And it does 120 for 3, so 240. Man, that seems attractive, but it won't do it. You need 3 energies too. You discard the stadium. I guess it's good to get rid of, I don't know if the ruling is that it gets rid of an opponent's stadium, a Prism Stadium. I would have to read a little bit, read the Prism Stadiums again. But, I mean, you got Diancie too, so maybe if you're at 260, you can kill some guys. I mean, Zekrom and Pikachu is dead anyway, and with Diancie, Raichu dies too, so at least you know once this guy can attack, you have the lightning Pokemon on the ropes maybe. And then Sonic Edge is GX attack. It does 220 for 3. This attack damage isn't affected by any effect on your opponent's active Pokemon. So I don't like this too much. It's decent, but it could have been a hell of a lot better. Yeah. Okay, so I like Flygon as a Pokemon, but I'm not too sure what this is going to do. I mean, there's been other stage 2s that haven't done much. And you know, there's going to be some other ones that, like Persian GX, are going to be immune to a lot of stuff. So I don't know if this is going to be good when it comes out. I'm curious, but I kind of doubt it. The biggest problem is that it's not easy to accelerate fighting energies. You know, if we had like a fighting patch or something, which would be lame if they just bring out patches for all the types, it would be boring. But if we had something like that, maybe. And we got Anorith and Armaldo. I guess it makes sense for you to be here too. I bet you're going to be better live from Cradley, like you always are too. It's that fossil favoritism I talked about with Kabutops and Omastar. Okay, so this guy doesn't do much either. Even though he's underwater. And Armaldo, you got 150 HP too. Enchant Blast, 20 damage and 50 more damage for each unidentified fossil in your discard pile. So already a hell of a lot better. So if you got like a couple of those over there, then you do... Let's say you got all 4. That's 220. If you got 3, that's 170. Yeah, good luck. I mean, you can just activate the identified fossils and get rid of them immediately. But remember, you got to get this guy out too, and get a few of them out, actually. So it's difficult. I believe this is some sort of clay artwork here we're looking at. I could be wrong, but that's how it looks like it to me. Kind of cool. But difficult. And Mac Claw, an absolute useless attack. 100 for 3, not affected by resistance. Oh, for fuck's sake, I get so pissed off when I see shit like this. It really is a slap in the face from the Pokemon Company. Pain in the ass to get out. Shit attacks to go with that. It's a slap in the face. So I guess I was wrong. You're not completely... I mean, Cradley might even be better than this guy, to be honest. They both suck, but at least Cradley, maybe you have some sort of strategy going that's possible. This guy is probably too hard. The best thing about it is just Enchant Blast, and it'll still be hard to pull off. Rockruff and Lycanroc. It's been a while since I've seen you. We had a lot of prints in this guy, but it almost seems like it's forever since he got a print. He got like a lot of prints in the earlier Sun and Moon sets. Your opponent switches there. Okay, whatever. Not great. Lycanroc. My boy. You got Blood Boil. If your opponent has any Pokemon GX or EX, this Pokemon's attacks cost 3 less. So basically you can do the Attention Claw for free. So if your opponent's active Pokemon has special energies on it, 130 for 3. Yeah. And you can do this for free. Okay, so you know what? This actually makes a really good tech against fighting weak Pokemon. It's gonna hit... I mean, because they need a special energy... Oh, God, okay, that ruins it. You just do 60 for free. Man, that would have been good. If only you did like a respectable amount. Okay, so the meta is GXs, so more than likely this ability will be in effect, so you can use the attack for free. But doing 160, doing just 60, what I meant to say, is weak. Even with weakness, you're not going to KO anything significant. Now, if they have a special energy on, you did 130 and then you do times 2, 260, you know, that's a bit better. But I just wish it was like 120 for 3 or something, 130 for 3. Then it would have been good. You could say it's a bit too much for lightning and especially darkness Pokemon, the dark box decks, which are already slow and they're not so great as it is in standard. But fuck, I mean, the damage is low. I gotta admit, the damage is low. The rest is just average. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, if you had like other attacks, if you worked on other Lycanrocs, it doesn't. Sandygast, I got Astonish. Yeah, whatever. Hand Disruption. And Palo Sand. Almost a forgotten Pokemon from Sun and Moon. Got Guard Press. Okay, 80 for 3 and Block 20. Bullshit. Then Earthquake. 150 for 4. And 20 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Yeah, good luck. Good luck with that. And you got Lolan, Sandshrew, and Sandslash. They're metal Pokemon. Cool. So they finally made them as metal. I guess it's only right, since they did Fairy for Vulpix and Ninetales. Okay, so you don't do anything. What about you, Sandslash? You got Curve Attack. Flip a coin if heads prevent all damage done to this Pokemon. Okay, by attacks. Yeah. Thing is, though, it's a free attack, so you don't have to care too much. You could get lucky. Yeah, another strong thing for Will. And Reinforced Needle. If this Pokemon has a Pokemon Tool card attached to it, 120 for 3. Okay, this is weak. It's weak. Got Molly and Probopass. Double Call. Search your deck for 2 tag team cards, put them into your hand. Okay, so this could be something for the tag team decks, I guess. I probably won't use it. I mean, if tag team decks are going to use any support Pokemon, it's probably still going to be the Jirachi. And then Dark Clamp, the defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn, whatever. Got some other guys in the background. I don't know what you're doing with them, but whatever. Probopass. You got Hard Press, flip a coin if heads your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. What? Okay, so useless and triple nose. 80. And then coin flip. Okay, bullshit. Even if you get 3. That doesn't do anything. It's 200. Okay, so I'm getting kind of bored because all of these cards really suck. Okay, so there's the Solgaleo, if you're gonna do anything, and like I thought, just looking at a glance at him, I know he won't be doing much. So his attack is 180 for 4, and then you discard 2 energy on this Pokemon too. So like I've said, even if you bring Lunala and this guy, and you put the energies on these guys, they can't KO anything. I mean, if the meta was Stage 2 Pokemon, like if we were dealing with some DP shit here, this was a DP format or something, then this sort of combo, it could have had some merit, even though it involves 2 Stage 2s and it's going to take a little bit of time. It could have been rewarding. But hitting 180, you're not going to get a KO on the tag teams. They're probably going to heal or retreat, and then they kill you in return. You know, you busted your ass to get a Stage 2, put the energies on, and you need both of them in play to keep the combos going too. So you got that drawback. And then they're just going to die in one hit. You know, he's weak to fire too. You know, Reshiram doesn't even have to try too much. Like, you're just going to hit him, and all they got to do is just use Outrage. They don't even have to use the big attack. So his ability is Sun Running. If you have Lunala in play, your Solgaleo and Lunala receive 50 less damage from your opponent's attacks. And this ability doesn't even stack. Okay, so this is supposed to give them a little bit of defense, but they're still gonna die. They are still not gonna survive. Maybe they're gonna have a little bit more trouble, uh, like lightning decks, let's say, without the electro powers. Might have a little bit of trouble to KO them, but you can't KO them either. It's a losing battle. Eventually, they're gonna wear you out. Yeah, they don't seem very attractive to me. Uh, at least with something like the Garchomp from Unified Minds, I can just see that I can do a little bit of small combos with them, and you could get like a knockout. These guys, it's just impossible. You know, fuck. Weakness, you can't do much with weakness. Like, at least if Nulala did 180, you can try and hit Mewtwo and KO it. But this guy with Metal, you won't hit anything for weakness that's major. Yeah, it's disappointing, man. It's disappointing. I don't think they'll work, but I've been wrong before. Next up, the little Ninetales. It's a fairy like I thought. You got Dust Blizzard. Stacked as 10 damage for each Pokemon tool in your discard pile. A free attack, too. Okay, so this is pretty good. No limitation either. We could be seeing the next sort of discard pile, Night March ripoff kind of a deck. You guys know what I mean, like Flareon style, Vespiquen. Yeah. So with this, you just fill your discard pile with tools. My god, and then you just do 10 times. Don't even have to attach an energy. Fuck me. So you can build your deck with no energies and use this. You have a lot of space for more shit trainers to put in. So this might have potential. I mean, you're gonna need to get like 27 tools to get one-hit knockouts, but I mean, it's not unheard of, to be honest, to dump so many cards. If we learned anything from Night March and all the other discard pile-esque decks, the graveyard Yu-Gi-Oh ripoff decks, dump a bunch of shit there, becomes the focus of your deck. So I don't know, you can grab them with Tool Bag. We don't have Ultra Ball, so at least in Expanded, I know this might be something. Okay? Yeah. You got a few add-ons too, you could slap Choice Band, You never know, I mean, probably would have been too broken if it was times 20. Yeah. Times 10, you definitely need to do some hard work. But, I mean, out of all the regular Pokemon I've seen, this just might have, I don't remember everything, but this is actually somebody that at least has some genuine potential. Works with any energy. I mean, HP is going to be pretty low. He's going to die in one hit, stage 1. Oh, fuck me. A cute little Azurill Yarn Pokemon. That's what I like to see. Okay, and it's a baby. Steady charge, once during your turn. If heads, you flip a coin. If it's attach a basic energy from your discard pile, and if you use the ability, your turn ends. Very, very nice. I think this might be nice in something like Dark Box in Standard, because you build up your darkness energies. You don't always attack immediately anyway. So maybe if you weren't going to attack, and you just say, hey, you know what? Let me just attempt to get a darkness energy at least on a chance. This could be pretty useful. I kind of like it, to be honest. I think other decks might be able to use this too. It's a baby Pokemon. It has those baby abilities now. Free retreat. HP isn't too bad either. I guess it's a baby. Very, very cute. That's my favorite thing about it. Azurill giving me back those good-ass Rupee and Sapphire memories. Anyway, we got Flabebe, well, 2 Flabebes, and a Florges, another one of my favorite X and Y Pokemon. Flowery Field Invitation. Search your deck for 2 fairy Pokemon, put them into your hand. Okay. 30 HP is terrible, though. God, that ruined it. How unfortunate. And then the other Flabebe also has 40 HP. Why the fuck do these Pokemon have such low HP? I don't remember the other ones being like that. I could be crazy. Does 10 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Petal Blizzard. So a spreading little flower. Okay. Floette. When you play this card from your hand, you may choose one of the cards in your opponent's hand at random. Your opponent, okay, so hand disruption, they're gonna shuffle it back. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know what Florges is supposed to do, if it's gonna combo with this, but I think it's a bit much, this sort of ability. The troll decks are gonna love it. Another card for them. Yeah, the hand disruption stuff, if small by small of these cards get combined, it can be really deadly. You use Mars, you use this, you use something else. It can get annoying. Okay. Florges. Better tell me what's poppin'. Feminine flower Pokemon. As always, it seems like Florges is going to be cursed having ass HP for stage 2. Always low HP and a big retreat. It's not like it has free retreat, which even with free, 130 would be bad now. But yeah, the stats are not good. So flower picking, when you play this card from your hand to evolve, you may choose one of the cards in your opponent's hand, shovels it back in the deck. So I'm pretty sure it's the same ability as Floette. Okay, wait, no, you get to choose. You may choose one in your opponent's hand. It's at random, okay. I think it might be the same actually. Yeah. Attack is terrible. Petal Dance used. Oh my god, what a terrible attack. So you flip 3 coins. On average, you're gonna do like, at best, 60 or 120. And then you get confused too. Great. 2 energy as well. So yeah, it's obvious these Pokemon are meant to be for more control strategies, which is really bad. It seems like the Pokemon Company, they acknowledge the power of that stuff, and they keep printing cards like that. They piss me off so much, man, what they're doing. They print a card like Machado, and now they try to fuck things up again. Okay, so yeah, just control stuff, hand control stuff. That's it. They're not bad cards. I just don't like this sort of effects. Then you got Swirlix and Slurpuff. Don't do much of shit. The whole lazy thing, just 1 energy attacks, 1 attack, basic Pokemon. They annoy me so much when they do this now. And then Charming Odor. Your opponent's active Pokemon is not confused. Useless. If your opponent's active Pokemon is not confused, this attack does nothing, and it's just 1 for 10. Yeah, like this is gonna do much. God. Okay. Sylveon, a lone Sylveon. I don't think I've even seen Eevee in this set. So what are you doing here? I mean, I guess, yeah, okay, you're an evolution. Moonblast during your opponent's next turn. It's reduced by 30, okay, whatever. Affection Surge if you use the tag team supporter. 160 if you use the tag team supporter. Okay, great, like it's gonna do much. I guess it's gonna kill dragons. Well, I mean, whatever, okay. Okay, and now for the main attraction. This is the main card that I knew beforehand. And, man, I'm so tired. I wanted to save my energy for this, but... Okay, so... Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia GX. So a tag team Pokemon featuring 3 Pokemon, 3 legendary Pokemon. The creators, I guess you could say, from Diamond and Pearl. You've got the god of all Pokemon, all generations, Arceus, finally getting a card, being in the spotlight, and Dialga and Palkia. So yeah, the reason why I knew this card before I even reviewed the set months ago, now it might even be, or I think it might be like a month or two. I don't know. It might even be just a month. It's Arceus, man. So Arceus, he always didn't get much. He got a set that was based after him, the Arceus set. I actually sold that booster box recently. I'm a bit sad about that, but anyway, yeah, after a long time. It had a set based around it. You know, the Arceus cards over there, they could work together, and they were just a tier 3 at best, tier 2 deck. They won like a regionals, but they didn't ever do much, I think. They're pretty looking, good collectibles, but that was it. And then every time another Arceus card got released, it took hell long, and it was never that great. It was a Pokemon. HP wasn't the greatest either. This is supposed to be the god of Pokemon, so I thought it was going to be like the first basic Pokemon that we were going to see that was going to have like more HP. Like basic legendaries usually have 130, 120. I thought this was going to be the first one that was going to be 140, 150, that kind of thing. But it didn't happen that way. And it finally gets the spotlight here. And this card should have had 300 HP because it's Arceus on. And I just wish, it had something, that it's completely in the spotlight. It's sharing it with Dialga and Palkia. They could have just been on their own without Arceus, to be honest. So yeah, it's great. It's the creation trio, you could say. So, this Pokemon is pretty damn busted, from what I remember. So 280 HP. It's not 300 like it should have been, but it's still very good. Okay. Weak to Fairy, that could be a problem against Gardevoir. Through Retreat, it's a bit big, but it has very broken ass attacks. Ultimate Ray needs 1 water, a metal, and any other energy. You search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards. Attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. So this is essentially Pikachu and Zekrom GX's attack copy-pasted. The only difference is you can get any type of energy. Attach them any way you like to your Pokemon. It is extremely busted. Now, maybe in Standard, it'll be a bit difficult to accelerate water and metal energies too at once. But you gotta remember, there's N from the previous set that helps. There's a bunch of other stuff that could help. And even at its worst, you can use this in Expanded, use Double Dragon Energy, and you're good to go. It is extremely broken in Expanded, especially, because of Double Dragon Energy. Extremely. And after you accelerate these energies in such a broken manner, and do high damage too, you get Altered Creation GX. So 1 metal energy. For the rest of the game, your Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. And if this Pokemon has at least 1 extra water energy, when your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from those attacks, take 1 more prize card. So this has got to be one of the most broken ass attacks I've ever seen. It's a bit similar to how Melmetal's attack works, where you can just use it immediately, and you're going to have a minus 30 resistance for the rest of the game for your meta Pokemon. This increases your damage. With 1 water energy too, you get an extra prize every time you kill something, which is absolutely crazy, man. It's so cheap, it's so powerful. Oh my god, and it's freaking busted. I don't think there's any errors on it, because I read it in PokeBeach too. It's fitting for Arceus finally getting the love he deserves, the power he deserves, being the god of Pokemon, and a Pokemon that I really like. It's like his event is my favorite event probably of all. One of my favorite legendary encounters. I made like my best legendary encounters video. The videography isn't too great on that. I was testing some things out, but if you want to get my opinion, it's a great video. So this is up there. It's definitely up there, and it's extremely broken. And keep in mind, I mean, it's a bit ass, but we also have Zinnia from Dragon Majesty. There's a bit of support over there too. I'm not sure if Prism Lance works with this. I think it should. Maybe not. I don't know. I think it doesn't. He doesn't grab energies, but I could be wrong. Anyway, it's very broken ass Pokemon. Take my word for it. Okay. you can use other Pokemon to attack and do your dirty work, get the KOs. And even if you do 150, I mean, it's pretty high while you're gathering energies. You know, it doesn't do damage to the GX attack, which is, you could say, a bit disappointing, but it's still freaking broken. And there's damage boosters for Dragon Pokemon too. Most of them are in expanded now, but you can fucking use Altaria. She's around, or it's around. Get a few Altarias, boost the damage. So I like this Pokemon very much. I'm still not sure if it's gonna do too much in standard at least, but in expanded, it has a hell of potential. So very, very good, very good. So that's the Pokemon that I'm excited about. Arceus, Ararius. And then we got some other guys here. It seems like a Natal and Guzzler GX. Why the fuck they combine these two? I don't know. Another dragon. So this one has 280 HP too. Yeah, it pisses me off when I see shit like this. You know, Arceus, it gets the same treatment as these guys. So Violent Appetite. Once during your turn, you may discard a Pokemon from your hand. If you do, this Pokemon heals 60 damage. Great. Exactly what we need. More healing on these giant Pokemon. Yeah, just... they shouldn't be doing this, but they keep doing this, and it just guarantees that the attack team GXs are still going to be the best. Jet Pierce. Wow, that's pretty tough too. 180 for 3. No strings attached. No conditions. Fuck me. You know, you can even use Malamar with this too. Fuck me. Just put 2 Psychics, slap a dark. And then Chaotic Order GX. Turn all of your prize cards face up. If this Pokemon has at least 1 extra Psychic energy and 1 Darkness energy, take 2 prize cards. What the hell? What in the hell? So yeah, just use Malamar, put 2 Psychics, slap a dark. 1 extra. Okay, so I think you need... No, you just need 3. You don't need 4. Just 3. You just get 2 prizes for free. Jesus. Okay, so this I just ass-kissed Dialga, Palkia, and Arceus so much, but this Pokemon makes him look like a pussy. I'm sorry. Just everything about this card is broken. High HP, 280. Broken ability, very good generic attack, and a freaking broken GX attack. Fuck me, man. Anyway, yeah, this Pokemon is too much. Okay, so congratulations to Pokemon Company, giving us another tag team. That's fucked up. I mean, I guess if there's any consolation to this bullshit is that maybe the format will change around a little bit, and it won't be, you know, all of the same tag teams just keep being broken, like Reshiram, Zekrom, and Mewtwo. Oh, God. But Mewtwo can use this too. I mean, it's fucking hell. Anyway, got a few other dragons here. You got Drampa, Dragon Claw, 20 for 1, and then Dragon Secret. If they're 70, and then this attack does 70 more damage if there are 2 or more different basic energies on this Pokemon, so 140 for 3. Okay, whatever. You got Jungamo. It seems it has like a rage attack. Interesting. You can use some sort of shrine memories with this memory energy, whatever. Got another Jungamo. I guess this is the generic one. What kind of fucked up artwork is this? Yeah, you just reminded me of the little baby fucked up things in from the Great Ones in Bloodborne, whatever. Okay, Hakamo, Warrior's Roar. If your opponent has any Pokemon GX or EX, Pokemon can evolve. The turn it was played. Okay, this is good ability. So if they have GXs, which they probably will, you can evolve into this guy, and then you can evolve into the stage 2. Okay, so good, good. And then Como. Pretty much all of your prints have been absolute ass. So are you going to be the exception? So Shot of Power, attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. And then Skill Uppercut, you may discard a Pokemon tool attached to this Pokemon. If you do, this attack does 90 more damage. So it's definitely the best one, all of the other ones. But I mean, the first attack, it's like the attack of the Garchomp from Breakpoint, okay? And then Skill Uppercut, 180 total, you gotta discard a tool. Garchomp is better. I'm just gonna say Garchomp from Unified Minds is better. I mean, it's not the X and Y era anymore. Right now, even if you bring a stage 2 with high HP, it's gonna die in one shot. You know, if you try and use this guy to do 60 and grab an energy, he's gonna be dead next turn, so you won't get to attack with him and like set up your KOs. Like if you could do 60 and then do 180 to finish the job, then yeah, maybe it still doesn't get the job done even. So he's better than the other ones by comparison, but he still won't do anything. And because it's Dragon, you can't even get the benefit of Diancie. You can get Altaria, I guess, but don't get your hopes up. I don't think this is going to be a good card again. And then we got Ultra Necrozma, basic one. As it's loading the card. Yeah. Yeah, what's up with you? Trying to make it so like you're stronger than Arceus. Bitch. Anyway, also Ultra Burst. This Pokemon can't use attacks unless the opponent has 2 or less prize cards remaining. And then Destructive Light, discard energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So I guess they made it that limitation. You gotta, your opponent has to be winning a lot. They need 2 prizes remaining or less for this to attack. But then once you can, it's strong, I guess. 170 for 2 and a basic. It fits in Malamar if you're going to use Ultra Necrozma GX. And you discard an energy attached to the active Pokemon too. So that's a bit, it's strong. It has the ability limitation, but it's strong. 110 HP is not great. I wish it was like 130 since you're supposed to be Ultra Necrozma. And especially considering the ability is a huge limitation. Like, don't take it lightly. But yeah, it could be used late game. I think most people are going to use more reliable cards, but I guess if you have the space, maybe. And then we got Mega Lopunny and Jigglypuff GX. Weird as fuck combination. It's actually, yeah, Molly, the Molly card had these 2 guys over there. Okay. So, 240, you got Jumpin' Balloon. Attack to 60 damage plus 60 more damage for each Pokemon GX or Pokemon X your opponent has in play. Wow. So if they have like 4 of those out, okay, no, 3, let's say 3. That's 180 and 240. So this might have a little bit of potential, but I think most people aren't going to be stupid enough to play so many Tag Team GXs at once. You never know. And then Purify Smashers, or no, Puffy Smashers GX. Yeah, I think they're pretty much going to censor this name, but anyway. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. This Pokemon has at least 4 extra energy. This attack is 200 damage. 200 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Is not great, but I guess if you have 5, this is a snipe for 200. The active Pokemon is asleep too. Okay, whatever. At least it works with any energy. It's actually pretty broken. It's more stuff than Mewtwo GX can utilize, to be honest. Mewtwo and Mew GX can make use of this GX attack. Fuck. Okay, decent Pokemon. The HP isn't the greatest for Attack Team GX, but his attacks do have some strong potential. Okay, there's the EV. It seems like we get the colorless Pokemon now. You don't get any nice ability. But you could search a supporter if you get heads, I guess. A bum bum bum. We got a bomb here. Darting tail. Once during your turn, move the top card of your opponent's deck to the bottom of the deck. Fuck. More control stuff. At least you don't discard it. That would have been crazy. And then Ambipom. Draw 2 cards, and then 60 times discard up to 2 cards from your hand. 60 for each card discarded in this way. Yeah, not great. Don't even have to retreat. Teddy Ursa and Ursaring, Scratch, Slash. Whatevs. Oh, there's like an Arceus statue there or something. Cool. Yeah, it did say like in the Cerebi description that there is an emphasis on DP Pokemon in here, but not that impressed to be honest. And then this guy, I think this might be Clay too, or maybe not. Ursaring. You do an ass 50 for 2, and then 120 for 4. During your opponent's action, defending Pokemon can't use attacks. Okay, so this might be useful, but you need a lot of energies. I guess it could be something since you block attacks completely, if it just works the way it's worded here. Defending Pokemon can't use attacks. Could be decent. Maybe some people are going to make a deck around this guy and just try and make him work. And then Rough It. Fury Attack. Yeah, they recycled the concept art again of this Pokemon. Then Braviary. Clutch. Defending Pokemon can retreat. And then 140, discard 2 energy attached to this Pokemon. Well, not great. Not great. Even if you are colorless, you won't do much. And then Helioptile and Heliolisk. Okay, you could get lucky. Okay, they made him colorless for once. Damn, it looks so weird. But yeah, this is a normal electric type Pokemon in the games. Yeah, they did a lot of the let's use the other type of Pokemon in this set. A lot. Like many Pokemon that never featured the other types got featured in this set. And then Heliolisk, Parabolic Counter. If your opponent has lightning Pokemon in play, 90 damage. So I guess you're a lightning Pokemon hater, even though you're a lightning Pokemon. So you can do 120 against Zekrom if you want with this guy. And then the other attack is just there, 80. Filler Pokemon everywhere. Okay, and then you got Tack Call. This looks like some sort of a gun add-on, whatever. Search your deck for 2 tag team cards, put them in. Dude, are they fucking with me? They're crazy. They gotta be crazy. You're just gonna print a card that lets you search 2 tag team cards. I believe this should work with tag team Pokemon too. So you can essentially just search out 2 of your tag team GXs with this. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. The favoritism has gone out of control here. It has gone out of control. Like, this is nothing like how the SP era was. At least other stuff could compete with SPs. This is just, like, it's merciless overkill now. Like, it's beating everyone else while you're down. Yeah, if there isn't any error and you can actually search Pokemon with this, not just cards, like other trainers, it's broken beyond words what they're doing. Crazy. And then got an identified fossil, island challenge amulet. The Pokemon GX or Pokemon EX this card is attached to has its HP reduced by 100. When the Pokemon this card is knocked out, your opponent takes 1 less prize cards. I don't see how this can be very useful, because you're going to mitigate the prize, but you're mitigating the HP too. I guess you can do some sort of broken combos with the Dark Prism Stadium. You know, you use like a Dark GX, you're gonna get one less prize with that. So if you know your dude is gonna die anyway, you just attach this, HP is reduced by 20, it dies, your opponent gets no prize cards, and then you promote somebody else. So you can make some broken interactions with this, but I think the uses will be somewhat limited. You can definitely make broken plays like the one I described, where you're just gonna get rid of your own Pokemon and prevent your opponent from getting prizes and stuff. In Expanded, you can use the Life Do as well. Like, you can do shit. This works with any GX or EX too. So yeah, yay, more control stuff preventing your opponent from getting prizes. Thank you, Pokemon Company. Fucking hell. Then you get Beast Knight. What? Yeah, nice name. What the hell is this fucking Transformer X-Men shit? I don't know. The damage of the attacks used by Ultra Beast this card is attached is increased by 10 for each prize card you have taken. Okay, so a muscle band on crack for them. Great. I believe this is a Pokemon tool, yeah. So what you do is you get like, after you get 2 prizes, this is a muscle band, and it's gonna get even stronger than that. And even if you just add 10, like you get 1 prize and then you attach this, it's still good, since we don't have any great add-ons now. So yeah, Ultra Beast, a great card for them. A very broken card, mind you. Yeah, I mean, shit. So you can even do like plus 50 with this, it's insane. Plus 40, plus 30 on anything. Absolutely insane. Yeah, I need to check some Ultra Beasts now, because this might be what they need, certain Ultra Beasts, to finally get the extra damage they need to get some significant one-hit knockouts. Fuck me. Okay, then you got Guzma and Hala. These guys not supposed to be together, right? Look at this shit, man. Like, look at this lazy shit. It's pretty much the artwork from Guzma, supporter, and Hala, and they just slapped him like that with a little background. Yeah, they're getting too fucking lazy. I hate their favoritism, and I hate their lazy card design now. Search your deck for a stadium card, put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck, and you may discard 2 cards from your hand. And if you do, search your deck for a Pokemon tool and special energy and put them into your hand. So you may. So I guess you get the stadium for free, and then you have the option to get a tool and special energy if you want to discard 2 cards too. So this is a broken card in Expanded, where we can search out DC, Dragon Energy too. And I mean, even in Standard, there's still the triple acceleration energy, and there's still some good stuff. Yeah, it's a discard outlet too. It is a supporter, but I feel like it's a strong card. It'll see play. Cynthia and Caitlyn. Maybe this one isn't so weird, but yeah, why are you guys together? Look at this lazy artwork once again. Caitlyn, and then the Cynthia artwork, just ripped off from other cards and then put here. Yeah, congratulations to Pokemon Company for lazy ass card printing. So this just put a supporter card from your discard onto your hand, and then you can't choose Cynthia or Caitlyn card you discarded with the effect. Okay, so yeah, this is like Lucimin, but they finally got it right, where you can't loop the card. And then when you play this card, you may discard another card from your hand and draw 3 cards. Yeah, a bit decent. Not great, but decent. I don't like it, but decent. So yeah, the good thing is that they made it so you can't loop the damn same supporter, which is the important part. So thank God you finally used your brain. It's too late now, since fucking Lucimin is still around in Standard, I think, but I could be wrong. Malo and Nala, yeah, lazy printing again. Switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. And then when you play this card, you may discard 2 cards, heal 120 from the Pokemon you sent to the bench. It's bad because it helps tag team GXs a lot again. So I don't know, these are supposed to be like tag team supporters. So maybe the tag team call just grabs these guys. You won't be able to grab Pokemon, but you never know. So yeah, this is a first. It's actually tag team supporters. You get 2 sort of supporters in 1 card. And that's it. You can search them out. And then you got red and blue. Search your deck for a Pokemon GX that evolves from one of your Pokemon in play. And, okay. Shuffle your deck. And when you play this card, you may discard 2. Okay, yeah, so see, you get some energy acceleration with this guy too. But wait, you gotta evolve it to somebody. And then attach energies and discard cards. So yeah, these supporters, they do have potential. All of them can do some stuff. These tag team supporters. I think Cynthia and Caitlyn might be the worst. Because I don't like the draw 3, discard 1. But control decks are gonna love this card, I betcha. I got Chaos Vortex. I'm almost dead. It's a good thing we're almost finished. When a player plays a stadium card with a different name from their hand, when this stadium is discarded, also discard the new stadium. Wow, so this is a stadium that's basically has no effect. And if another stadium gets rid of it, it also gets discarded. So it's like a stadium discarding card that's just waiting there. I actually quite like this card. Very nice. Very nice card. I'll use this in decks. I'm sure of it. So you play this down, you get no effect. But then if your opponent plays a stadium, they played it for nothing. They have to sacrifice it. Nice. Very, very nice. And since it says the effects of the new stadium do not activate, I think they can't play Prism, because if they do, they're basically sacrificing it for nothing. Awesome. You got Cherish Ball reprint, Adventure Bag. Adventure Bag. I believe this grabs... tool cards. Yeah, us is called Tool Bag. Communication, Professor Elm's lecture. Yeah, reprint. Get some baby Pokemon in the background. And then the full arts. And we're finally done. Oh, thank God. Okay, so this is the Cosmic Eclipse set, I guess. The equivalent one for Japanese. Yeah. Some very, very broken tag team stuff. Some disappointing stuff. And some extremely broken trainer stuff. I think the era is going to go out with a bang, but with in a bad way. So yeah, the best cards, you know, have to be this Naganadel. Arceus has a lot of potential. Oricorio is going to be a good support Pokemon. Volcarona is going to help out Reshiram too. So almost all of the GXs in here are crazy good. Like even Lopunny and Jigglypuff. The tag team supporters, they're broken. They're searchable from what I understand. That tag call, I hope to God you can search tag team Pokemon 2 with it. But I'm not too optimistic. Because I know the rulings. I hope there's an error on Cerebi. That's the best bet. But even with that, I mean, being able to just grab tag team supporters is broken. I think all decks can use that, but yeah. There's not really any Stage 2 Pokemon that stand out a lot. Besides, who are you? Florges for control decks. Ninetales as a Stage 1 might be decent. And then everybody else, nothing really comes to mind unless I forgot something. Yeah. But this is the set, guys. I'm tired as fuck. It's definitely going to be busted, and I think a lot of the best decks will be good, if not better. And if that changes, it's just going to be the new tag team GXs came to eat them, basically. Like maybe things like Nakanelo will take over. Nakanelo Gazlord. I think Mewtwo is still going to be top dog, though, because they can just copy all of these guys. Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed this set review. Hope you guys subscribe to my channel and leave a like. Share this video with your friends. Thank you guys for watching. As always, Saber94 was hey.